Right, so I've put it back on the track properly, and let's see what happens now. Nope, that's naughty. What's going on? Doesn't seem to like being pushed around the track. Yeah, this one. Right. So that's half speed, just under. Right, so it's come off again. So this is not impressive. And now it's short-circuited. Okay, so it's reconnecting to the power. I've changed the direction. We'll drive with the power car this time. No, and straight away we've got a derailment. Let's try again. No. Right, this is not impressive, Hornby. Now, give it another try. Checked all the wheels. They're all on the track. Okay, that's better now. So that's half speed. You're meant to run it in half an hour without pulling anything in each direction. So what I'll do, I'll just go up to top speed to see if it stays on the track. So that's now top speed, straight out of the box, which is okay. At least it's staying on the track now. Turn it back down to half. Not makes a huge difference. So I've got it on low setting. So if I switch that high setting on now, on the back of the controller, let's give it another go. So that's half speed. Oh, it's just going faster now, isn't it? And we've got top speed. Yeah, better. More realistic. Okay, let's try to go back in the other direction again. Half speed, and it's derailed. So it doesn't like being pushed. If you can go one way around the track without derailing, it should be able to go both ways without derailing. So I want to check it out again and give it another try, and I'll come back. Okay, so I've flattened the track out a bit over there, and to be fair to Hornby, it's just done 3 circuits going in what I'm calling reverse direction. Here we go. Oh, and now camera's back on. It's decided to derail again. So it's probably to do with the track mat not being entirely level, and maybe the track being a bit new. It's probably needs to settle in and settle down. So if it were on a proper baseboard, tacked down or glued down, it probably would be all right. So I'll persevere for now. Okay, again, to be fair to Hornby, it does seem to be the track somewhere around there, and the track mat lifting it. I can almost get my fingers underneath here, and the same over there. So it's just a bit of, I don't know, looseness of the track from the track mat. If it were pinned down properly, it would not derail, I don't think. So we'll just give it another show. So you can hear a slight noise over there as it goes along, and it's that probably wants to try to derail it. There. But it survived. So it's just about settling in. So from that point of view, the train's probably all right. But it looks a handsome train. The lights light up, it's got good detail, and when it's on the straight part of the track, going around the bend obviously it separates a bit to get round the bend. But once it's on the straight, you can see how close the couplings are. Which is pretty realistic, particularly as you come back. I mean, when you get right up close, you can see a bit of a gap. But when you come back, it looks fine. So it is an attractive locomotive and train. And because of the kind of couplings that it's using, it means it should be able to connect up quite easily to more coaches of the original full fat version. But they are also making, Hornby are also making the cheaper version of the coach like this one. So you can actually buy for about £30 rather than paying whatever a pack of full fat version coaches. I think a pack is something like £200 or something for a pack of 5. But you can buy these cheaper ones individually for about £35, which is much more affordable. It's a good looking train. As I say, my main disappointment then is that the pantograph itself is non-retractable, when, as I say, they used to make a plastic retractable one on some of the other similar quality locos, but this is still an improvement over the others in the sense that all the lights work at both ends. So it is recommended, I would say. It's worthy of buying. I mean, if you really want a retractable pantograph, you might actually, if you're of that mind, be able to lift this out of its setting here and buy a retractable one and put it in the place instead. And even if you wanted, just carefully paint the wires here to emulate the full fat version. And then you've got an excellent looking train, in my opinion. Yeah, so a good 00 gauge locomotive and train set from Hornby. So I'd give it something like 85-90%. As I say, just this derailing issue, but that's not so. If there's a bit more weight in here, that's what it is, I think. If the trailer dummy car had a bit more weight in it, it might not derail so easily. That's my guess, anyway. But apart from that, it's DCC ready, 21 pin, so you can give it sound as well. So yeah, it's worth buying. So well done, Hornby, I suppose. Okay, so the train has been, well, the locomotive on its own has been run in both directions for half an hour each way, as Hornby suggest. And what it's done during that hour is moved the track because of the vibrations, and that's partly why I think it was vibrating, just simply the power of the locomotive going around. And the other thing I've noticed, though, is in the box are 2 spare traction tyres. So the locomotive end definitely has traction tyres, which again suggests a slight lack of weight compared to the original full fat version of the locomotive. So the full fat version has the weight to pull a long train. This has less weight, so it needs traction tyres instead in order to enable it to get around and pulling its coaches. So you probably wouldn't want to add any more than 1 or 2 extra coaches at most, I wouldn't have thought. Anyway, I'll just also show how the coaches clip together. I'll just go in like that, if I can see in this light. Can't even see how to do it now. So they go something like that. I think. Carefully. Does it? There we are. That's going to be it. And they clip in like that, and they stay together. The only long-term issue of keep opening and closing these, each time you get the set on and off the track like that, I suspect that could weaken or potentially break in the long term. That's the only downside. But again, the full fat version uses the same link system, coupling system, and I think as well my much older Pendolino version train uses the same system. So it seems robust enough, I suppose. Overall though, I think it's a good set, well worth having. It's about £179 on Hornby website. It's usually a £20 cheaper elsewhere. And I also had some Hornby rewards points. And as a result, I think I got this in the end for about £110 from the Hornby website. As a result, that makes this exceptional value and well worth getting.